proud, right? Well, I'm not too proud of my part in this one, but if you
Hey guys, so as you saw, we watched the new Disenchanted, which is available on Disney Plus. So we watched both the first one and the new one. I love the first Enchanted. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw I gave it, I think, like 9 out of 10. I really love it. I think Amy Adams was absolutely perfect in the role of Giselle. She is just so good. She was so good in the second one too, and I like that they were able to bring back the majority of the characters. So the only character that was not brought back was the young actress who played like 8-year-old Morgan in the first one. She did actually have a cameo in Disenchanted, but the role of Morgan was played by a new actress. It's 15 years after the events of the first one. Giselle and Robert now have a new baby, and they decide to move out to the suburbs and move away from New York City, which Morgan, who is now a teenager, is not a fan of because she grew up in New York and she absolutely loves New York and, you know, doesn't want to start at a new school or anything. And when they move out to their new home, Edward and Nancy from the first one come up through a magical well that has been installed in their yard, and they give them a Andalasia wish. The wish is supposed to be for the new baby, but Giselle ends up using it because she sees that Morgan is just not happy living here. Giselle feels like things would be very different if this was like a fairy tale like Andalasia. So she uses this magic wishing wand to wish that their life would be just like a fairy tale, which obviously does not turn out exactly how she wants it to. After Giselle makes this wish, because she is technically Morgan's stepmother, she slowly starts to become an evil stepmother like you would see in standard fairy tales. Then they have to solve the problem. I liked this movie. I really liked it. I actually liked it quite a bit more than Hocus Pocus 2. The songs weren't nearly as good as they were in the first one. There was actually only like one song that I like really liked. Everything that happened with Robert just felt really odd. Like it literally just felt like they just needed to give Patrick Dempsey something to do. He just basically like went off and had like his own little side quest which had nothing to do with anything. And it was funny because my friend I watched it with compared it to Edward's side quest in the first one, and is like, well, not really, because Edward's side quest was trying to find Giselle, which was obviously very important to the plot of Enchanted, where Robert's side quest was not important to the plot at all. It was just him being a fairy tale character opposed to a regular living in the normal world character. What I really liked about this movie was I loved seeing Amy Adams do something so completely opposite of the character of Giselle. So obviously Giselle is like the fair maiden of a fairy tale, and in being so, she's just so happy. She's always singing, she's always trying to find reasons to sing and just trying to make everyone else around her happy. And that's very much obviously Giselle in the first one, and even a lot in this one too. The only difference is now Morgan is a teenager, where in the first one she was 8 years old, so she was totally down to sing and dance along with Giselle. But now in this one, Morgan being a teenager, she's like, please stop singing, Mom, you're embarrassing me. But once Giselle makes her wish and she slowly starts to become a stepmother, or I guess an evil stepmother, her character just completely changes and she's so evil, and I love it. And there is one particular scene where she's going back and forth between her real self and her like stepmother self, and Amy Adams just knocks it out of the park and does such an incredible job of portraying two very different sides of like fairy tale characters. Amy Adams was definitely like the standout of this movie. Maya Rudolph, who I absolutely love, is also in this movie, and she also did a fantastic job. The best song of the movie is actually a song sung between Maya Rudolph and Amy Adams. That was 100% my favorite song. I did really like it. I will definitely rewatch it again. I don't think I would rewatch it on its own, probably rewatch it watching both of them, but either way it was still really good and I still quite really liked it. I think this is a fun movie to watch in general if you like fairy tale movies. It's just so cute, and like I said, Amy Adams does such an incredible job. I don't think I have much to say about that's really like going too much into spoilers. If I had to really say anything, it would just mostly be it ends the way you probably would expect a fairy tale Disney movie to end. And that's okay. Sam wasn't a huge fan of the ending for one particular reason, but I was okay with the ending. I liked it. I thought it was very cute. The only thing I would have changed is better songs, I guess, because the songs of the first one were just so iconic, and this one doesn't really have any songs that like super duper stand out. Also, I wish there was a little bit more James Marsden because I love him. His side quest compared to Patrick Dempsey's side quest in this movie just like cannot be compared. Like, his side quest plus him is just better than Patrick Dempsey altogether. No shade to Patrick Dempsey. He is a great actor. I just like James Marsden better. I don't really have much to say getting into spoilers or anything. I liked the ending. I thought it was fine. It ended the way you would expect this kind of a movie to end. So yeah, that's all there is to it. I think I gave this like an 8 out of 10, either a 7 or 8 out of 10, and I think that's a good score. Definitely not nearly as good as the first one, but still not horrible as far as sequels go. That is going to be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I post new videos every single Friday and I'd love to have you here. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye everybody.